I think it's time to revisit Goya Paladin, and the reason for that is Vinecleaver is basically just a bigger Piranha Launcher. It doesn't really make as much sense as Piranha Launcher because the way the curve works, you're not playing Goya until turn 8, and on turn 8 you could just hero power Goya anyway. But it's still a reliable way to get 1/1s on the board. Maybe turn 10, you have this in play, you can Consecration plus Goya instead of being forced to use your hero power. I still think it makes a little bit of sense. Compared to my other Goya decks, I think this one is a little bit less reliant on Goya. We've also got some Light Fused Stegodons, or Recruit Synergy, which just makes sense with double Vinecleaver, double Lost in the Jungle. And speaking of Lost in the Jungle, that's a pretty good card for Goya, because that means from an empty board you can play Goya on turn 7 instead of having to wait until turn 8. And compared to my last version, we're not playing N'Zoth anymore. N'Zoth makes less sense now that we can't play Sylvanas or Chilmaw. So we're just playing some big dudes. We've still got Yashiraj. We've got a Deathwing Dragonlord because Primordial Drake is such a good card. So yeah, basically we cut the N'Zoth stuff for some dragons. This deck might be a little bit too top heavy, but in the early turns if we can just make some recruits, use a Stegodon or something, hopefully it works out. But basically, I'm just using Vinecleaver to justify playing some more Madam Goya. I guess I'd keep Wicker Flame. Should be a pretty good card against Pirate Warrior. I guess this is a pretty good hand against Pirate Warrior. If there's no quest here, even if there's no play at all, I'll play Lost in the Jungle. Alright, well against this I obviously play Lost in the Jungle. It's actually a pretty strong response.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, just go and face. We'll just hero power here. And then hopefully Wicker Flame can be pretty good next turn.
My blade be thirsty.
Yep, let's play Wicker Flame. That Frothing is actually pretty annoying. But if he just takes the 2 hits on board, Frothing goes down to 2, and I can use my Recruit plus 1 Pyro proc to kill it. I think True Silver's better than Pyro here. He gets me a weapon on board that I can use next turn. And if I use the Pyro, he goes down to 1 health and just dies to the Rusty Hook, so I think I like the True Silver. I'll probably drop a Humility on that guy. Let's go for a Stegodon here. I might coin out the Humility, I'm not sure. I guess I'm taking +3 attack. Do I want to use the Humility to save 3 health here? Humility and the coin? Probably. I think I should have a thing on board for Goya next turn. And a lot of times the thing that Goya pulls just wins the game for me, as long as I don't take too much damage. Honestly, the difference between 20 and 17 probably isn't that big, and I do have a Forbidden Healing in my hand, but the Humility itself doesn't have too much value, it's more about the coin, and I guess I'm just hoping that I don't need the coin. Alright, I didn't need the coin. Not a very satisfying way to win, but I still beat a Pirate Warrior.
I will fight with honor.
Alright, so definitely don't want any of those cards. Don't really want any of these cards either, though. I think if he's playing pirates, I'm in a lot of trouble here.
Fly, bunny. I'm in charge. Reporting for duty. Trust the pirate's code.
Well, I guess next turn I have True Silver for the captain. Pretty sure I'm just gonna be dead though.
My blade be thirsty.
He missed one attack on the frothing by not playing it before trading into my dude. I think on this immediate turn, the captain is scarier than the frothing. Killing captain took 5 power off the board, killing frothing only took 2 off. Alright, well, that was pretty AIDS.
The victory is yours.
Uther versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
I will fight with honor.
I guess I probably keep the Stegodon in this matchup, or with this deck. I don't think I really want to play Lost in the Jungle on turn 1. It doesn't contest Mana Worm. And I might want to go turn 5 Stegodon plus Lost in the Jungle.
Reporting for duty.
And if he didn't have the Mana Worm, I could go turn 3, play 3 Recruits, and then curve that into a Stegodon. Looks like that's not going to be the play this game, though.
An incredible discovery.
He did have to put the damage on his Mana Worm, so I can kill it with Consecration next turn if it comes down to it. Played into Consecration, unless that's a counter spell or something. Nice, I was able to deal with those, so I don't have to worry about taking too much damage. And my next turn can be Lost in the Jungle plus Light Fuse Stegodon. Coin Kabbalist Tome, really. I'm a little bit surprised to see a Kabbalist Tome in that deck. I guess I take health. The other two are pretty garbage.
Crystals! Fresh from Kazakis.
Looks like I don't really have a 6 mana play. So I guess I'm just gonna trade into this and punch him in the face. I don't really have a 7 mana play either. But once I get to turn 8, I can start fucking him up. Alright, seems like kind of a weak Cone of Cold.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
But sure. That's a pretty good Stegodon. 4 recruits. +1/+1, they still kind of all die to the same AoE. The Death Rattle looks pretty attractive. Let's take the Death Rattle. Alright, looks like he's probably playing maybe a Flame Strike here? No, not Flame Strike. I guess Volcanic Potion could be pretty strong. Or none of those and he's just trying to pop my dudes. Fair enough. Trade in some of the guys without Death Rattles just to maintain some Death Rattle presence on the board. Let's go face before playing Tyrion. Because if it's Mirror Entity, I don't think I want to trade into a Tyrion this turn. but I was pretty confident it wasn't going to be Mirror Entity. Although I guess without Ice Barrier, the second secret is pretty scary. But I know now that it's either Ice Block or something to do with spells. Alright, so we had Blizzard, but I still have a lot of stuff on board. Unfortunately, my only play this turn is Primordial Drake, which wrecks my board, so... Looks like this is a Hero Power Pass turn. It's pretty good to have both of these Forbidden Healings in my hand right now, because that means it's going to be pretty difficult for him to just burn me out, and with all these big dudes, it's going to be pretty hard for him to outvalue me. Although, whatever card that was, he picked it really quick. Start with Yasharaj. Sunkeeper, pretty nice. Sunkeeper is one of those cards that if you get the battle cry, you're really happy about it, and if you miss the battle cry, it's still a 3/7 taunt. Not bad. More healing, very nice. Play the Dragon Lord just because he's the biggest dude, and if he dies, he pulls out the Primordial Drake. Looks like my Goya is actually not too reliable right now. I've got 3 small dudes and 2 big dudes. Polymorph? Nope, just gonna freeze it. Fair enough. The classic, spend 7 mana, then draw cards. Alright, Barnes is a nice pickup, makes the Goya a lot better. Maybe I just go Barnes Goya this turn. I don't really want to play any of my other stuff, so let's try it. Also lets me play around a potential Mirror Entity in the best way possible. What do I want to shuffle in with Goya, or do I even want to play Goya? I guess having another Barnes in the deck wouldn't be too bad, although most of my Barnes targets aren't that good. Gives me a shot out of Ysera, but if I pull the Ysera here, then that's really bad. But if I pull the Ysera here, then I'm pretty happy, I guess. I think I'm going to trade into Thalnos, just because I have plenty of pressure on board. Let's just shuffle Barnes back in. Unlucky.
I've got the beast in my
Excuse me,
sights.
you are on fire.
Okay. So I can pop him here. I don't really know what any of his secrets are. I don't think I've tested for, I don't think I know if it's, like, Vaporize or anything. Test for Vaporize, I guess. Okay, but I know these other 2 cards are Ice Block or Spells. Don't have the damage to pop him here. I have 14. So I guess I'm doing some trading.
For the makers.
Your debt is doomed.
And I'll play another one of these guys, why not? Should probably position him here so that Meteor on Primordial Drake doesn't kill Goya. Flame Strike. Yeah. He hero powered like immediately when his turn started, so I guess he was setting up for that. Let's play Light Lord here. Since I have the Burn Bristle to heal me for 1, it actually guarantees the heal on the Primordial Drake, which is pretty nice. Turn the 4/1 into a 4/8. And I don't mind using the Light Lord here. Even if he like kills it and then starts burning me out, I have 2 Forbidden Healings in my hand, so I think I'm okay.
A game? So kind of you to join me.
Wow. Is that worth it? I have a hard time imagining that was worth it. So I could pop him here, but I just really don't think I need to.
I wonder.
So I think I'm just going to take a really sick value trade with my Light Lord.
Tonight, a tale of terrible tragedy.
I dream and the world.
Nice, I had a 50-50 at Ysera there. But yeah, since Light Lord is the only thing that's damaged, I get to just trade him in and then heal him right back up to an 8/8. I guess instead of the value trade, I could have just played a Humility on Medivh. Maybe that was the play, actually. But that was just such a juicy value trade. So I can pop him with Nightmare and play Ysera here. That's probably the play. I don't have a read on Spellbender, do I? These cards are Ice Block. Surely I've tested for Counterspell at some point recently. Anyway, let's just start with a Humility, I guess. Throw it on this guy. Okay, it was a Spellbender. So this allows us to pop, and then I can still play Ysera. Killed the taunt. Probably not super relevant, but cool, I guess. Awakens is pretty good. That means I can pop him even if he freezes my board. Although playing Awakens when I have all this stuff on my board might not be too good. But I guess if he dies, that's okay. It's actually a pretty good Shadow Madness. Gets to sneak the Mana Worm through here, but I mean, sure, 5 damage, not bad. Let's pop with Ysera. Then we use Light Lord to kill that guy. And probably just go ahead and use one of the Forbidden Healings to make sure the Light Lord gets healed. Really nothing else that I want to play, so heal the Light Lord to full, he'll heal me to full. I've seen 2 ice blocks. Seems like it should be a pretty tough game for the opponent. To be fair, I think I am a pretty heavy favorite in this matchup. Alright, I have, what, 17, 22 damage here, so he's like hella dead. Yeah, got to set him to -11 there. Pretty strong turn.